it's morning, noon, or night, you've tuned into the podcast that you need in your life. I'm your host, Mo, and welcome to the Mean Girls 1821 Experience. But we know it as a podcast where we mean what we say what we mean, and we do it all within 3 to 5 minutes-ish. What's the ish for? Because some of us got to go to work still. Some of us is me. Not right now because I'm on a summer break, but you get it. And sometimes we just be flowing in the spirit. And a couple minutes ain't gonna stop me flowing in the spirit. Amen. Amen. Nevertheless, you know the deal, you know the drill. Let's honor ourselves. I say it almost every week. Life be lifing, and adulting is what? Ghetto. So if all you could do is take one progressive step, guess what? That's better than no steps at all, because the rest of us are literally trying to make it minute by minute, second by second. And guess what? That's all I can do, so that's good enough for me too. The premise of this podcast is truth. First of all, that was good. That really rhymed. I think that was the first time that really rhymed, like, honor me. Honor me. That was good. Okay. Nevertheless, the purpose of this podcast is truth. So each and every Friday, being on my YouTube channel and or using your podcast app, I'm going to encourage you to do 1, 2, 3 things. Number 1, show up fully, because those that mind don't matter and those that matter don't mind. To walk with integrity, and last but not least, to reflect, because beloved, sometimes the issue is you. But before we begin, you know what I'm about to say. Mean Girls 1821 presents the meetup. Why haven't you registered yet? Because seats are limited. And I'm going to explain to you why they are limited in today's video. Make sure you get your tickets August 6th from 12 to 3, Central Florida area, Orlando. Let's do this. Let's meet up, catch the vision, catch the vibe, find your tribe. Let's get into it. Today's episode is really about female perspective. No, it's not about bashing or anything crazy like that, because we uplift here, amen? Amen. But in light of recent events, if you caught my stories a couple weeks back, by the time this airs, I spoke about the power of supporting people you do not date. Right? And so being that I am a woman, I can only speak from this woman's perspective. And I want to be very clear. I am nobody's relationship expert or guru. I'm not qualified for that. I am literally laying my experience out here, and you pick what you want. Okay? You just pick what you want, because I'm not pairing this with any educational pieces. I don't think. It may just fall in my lap, amen, because, education is my expertise for the past 12 years. Nevertheless, you get it, okay? So I'm taking a very humble approach to this, and I can't speak for all women. But what I spoke about a couple weeks ago was really about how there's like a lack of understanding, I think, in this generation between men and women. And we all want the same things, but it feels like sometimes we're speaking 2 different languages. And I know sometimes it can feel like it's impossible. And so I'm going to just say, based on the responses I've gotten in my DMs from a few women, one thing that women really enjoy and that matter to us is knowing that we are seen and we are heard, right? Aesthetic is one thing. That's something that will attract you to a person. But when that's the only thing you can compliment, when that's the only thing you see, when that's the only thing you value, don't be mad when you get somebody who only focuses on those things. Right? I think Dr. Darius Daniels said something along the lines of sometimes guys only show Superman, and they get mad at a woman who wants to be with the Superman, but you never showed her Clark Kent. You never showed her a human. When you're engaging women, especially women that have a lot to offer beyond just aesthetics, you have to remember those other things that she offers matter just as much, if not more. And so I think sometimes in an effort to make the conversations healthier, before you just only focus on aesthetic, listen to her. Listen to her. Is she doing positive things in the community, especially Black women? Is she making moves in politics? Is she a great mother? Is she a great therapist? Is she good to her friends? Does she just bring joy to a room? Is there anything about her personality that lights up a room? When I tell you those small things mean the world, right? And again, disclaimer, I'm a fan of a quality compliment, okay? Love me a compliment. But when it stops there, and there's really something important that is being pushed, a message, a motive, anything, and it's silence of the lamb chops, it's wild, because it makes it seem like your compliments, your engagement, your interest always is attached to a motive. You only like my stuff because you're trying to get at me, not because you're actually interested in my stuff. And it feels manipulative. Again, I can't speak for all women. I'm just throwing it out here because it's my page and I'm a mean girl and I mean what I say and I say what I mean. This isn't a bashing either, because I love men. Truly, I intend to marry one. Trust me. But I think sometimes our conversations are passing each other, right? And so I just wanted to give some insight on some of the things that I kind of get frustrated with. I am more than my aesthetic. Shoot, that's true for the church too. I am more than my aesthetic. You cannot be so caught up on what I look like on the outside that you miss what I'm offering. Bible says, come on Bible, man looks at the outward, God looks at the heart. Woo child, devil tried to trip me up. Let's try it again. Man looks at the outward, God looks at the heart. Right? So if we're going to carry the heart of Christ, we got to look more than just the exterior. We got to look at these hearts. We got to look at these motives. Does that make sense? Because I promise you will get a lot more in your dating life if you can look beyond just the aesthetic. Because looks are a thing. It's not the only thing. I love you. Mean it. Hopefully this rant gave you a little insight on, the things that women think about. Well, not all women, but this mean girl. Comment below your thoughts. Let's have some quality dialogue. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Mean Girls 1821 podcast with me, your host, Mo. Tune in each and every Friday for a fresh episode exclusively found on my YouTube channel or using the podcast app. And always remember, words have power. So whenever you speak, mean what you say and say what you mean. Take care.